Imagine going into the store right now and seeing every Jordan that drops sitting on the shelf. And not only that, but they're going on sale, they're giving out discounts, and a lot of OG retros are actually going to outlets. Imagine seeing all that and saying something totally stupid like Jordans are dead. Well, if you say that, I'd say you're an idiot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this, the dopest intro you ever seen in your life, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it.
OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, the other sneaker YouTubers, the hell are boring. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, I got sneakers, rated and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan, back with another one, and it's been a minute. I've had a whole new schedule at work, so I've been working like 16 hours a day, and I haven't had time to do anything, but today I got some time, so we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna talk about the consensus in the sneaker world, where I'm hearing a lot of people say that sneakers are dead, or the Jordan brand is dead, and I'm also hearing that tariffs are having a major impact on the sneaker community. And you know what? That very well may be true, but it ain't bad for us. That's only bad for resellers, and for some reason, hype beasts seem to have a problem with sneakers sitting on the shelves and going on discounts and hitting outlets. Now, I want to start off by saying I seen another sneaker YouTuber, shout out to her, shout out to Talks with TJ. She was talking about the tariffs, and she was talking about how it's like ruining GOAT and GOAT is going under and things like that. And I just want to say, like I said, shout out to her. This is no disrespect. I'm not taking shots at her. I'm just kind of piggybacking off of that. And I want to say that, why is that a bad thing for us? I'm not a reseller. I'm not a hype beast. I don't like chasing my shoes. I don't like paying resale. And the fact that I can go into the store right now and grab any shoe I want, and there's like OGs sitting around and they're going on sale, is a good thing to me. And it should be a good thing for you if you really love these shoes. Now, there was a time, if you guys are new to this, if you guys are just like the COVID sneakerheads and you jumped in the game like the last 5 years, you think this is weird, you think it's all about resale, you think it's all about hype. There was a time before when a lot of shoes were sitting around on shelves, and the only time you couldn't get them is if you couldn't afford them. And right now, I'm doing pretty good in my life, and I can afford them, and I don't want to pay $500 for a GR. And that's exactly what's happening. GRs are sitting around. Now you might say, oh, everything's not sitting around. There's some shoes that are selling out, and they're hyped up, and they got resale. And yeah, those are mostly collabs or super limited shoes, and it's always like that, and it's always gonna be like that. But as far as regular shoes, it's pretty normal unless you just got in the game a few years back after COVID, after the last dance, and everything went crazy, and you were seeing resale shops pop up, you were seeing GRs sell out instantly or not even hit the shelves, and all types of factors played into that. And that's not really what we're in here for. Today, we're in here to talk about how, in my opinion, sneakers are not dead, Jordans are not dead, the hype beast part of the game is still somewhat alive to a degree as far as collabs, but what's really gone and what's really dying out is the resellers. And to that, I say good, because you know what resellers can do? They can kiss my ass straight up. And if GOAT's going under, I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. And another thing that doesn't bother me is if these sneaker YouTubers, the resellers that want to hype up shoes before they come out, if they're having problems, good for them too. I don't care, because you know what? You see people like Sniper Kicks hyping up shoes. I seen a short the other day where he was like, oh, these 11s are actually sleepers. Well, you know what? They are kind of sleepers, because those Rare Air 11s, they are pretty dope, but I guarantee you that's because he's probably got a whole bunch of shoes that he's sitting on that he paid a whole bunch of money for. Like he always says, oh, I paid $50,000, I paid $14,000, I paid whatever thousand for these, and then he hypes them up, and then you guys get them early for $300-400. But we're hip to it now, and we don't play that shit no more. We pretty much see what's happening. They're sitting on the shelves, and if you're buying these shoes early from these YouTubers, or you're going out and you're buying them from your local resellers, then at this point you're not paying attention, and you might want to get your IQ tested, because we know what it is. It's all hyped up BS by these YouTubers that are not real sneakerheads. In my opinion, they are what some of my subscribers call snake oil salesmen. I say they're con artists, and I say they're here to basically leech off the community and basically take advantage of young people that don't know any better. But most of us gotten hip to this shit, and we know the hype ain't real unless it comes down to basically collabs and stuff like that. And you know what the beautiful thing about it is that we still got some really dope shoes coming out this year. And you know what? A lot of them are going to be sitting. I got a small list of shoes that I'm going to get, and I'm not stressing it. I'm not filling out no apps. I'm not trying to get them early. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to walk in the store, and I'm going to get them. We got some shoes coming out that some of y'all might even think are going to be selling out, and you might want to go after these sneaker YouTube fake ass resellers and try to buy them early, but you don't need to. And you know what's going to be sitting around? Those Chicago 1 lows, you're going to be able to get those unless they super limit them, and they're not. They're going to be a GR. Those Bugs Bunny 8s, those are going to be sitting around. The 11s that we're getting this holiday season, with the exception of some of these, I know there's a whole bunch of 11s coming out, and those might be limited, so you might have a tough time getting those. But as far as those Gammas, those are going to be sitting around. You're going to be able to get those if you put in your legwork. You might not even have to put in that much legwork. You know what's going to be a crazy ass shoe that a lot of people are going to be going after, but I bet you'll be able to get? The Black Cat 4s. I know a lot of people want those. I know it's a dope shoe. I know it's kind of hyped up at this point, and it's got Nike Air on the back, but I guarantee if you put in the legwork for those shoes, you're gonna be able to get them. And that doesn't mean that Jordans are dead. That means that for a sneakerhead, it's well alive, and it's thriving, and it's a good thing, and it's a good time to be a sneakerhead. So stop letting these sneaker YouTubers hype you up and tell you that these shoes are gonna be so hard to get and charging you $400, because you see what's going on. Like I said, these shoes are sitting around, they're going on sale. I'm telling you before it's even happening. I've said it about a lot of shoes. People get in my comments, say I'm wrong, and then they come out, and then later on everybody's like, yeah, I listened to you and I got them on discount. Look at what's happening. A lot of the resale shops in your local communities have went under. Even a lot of the big resale shops have gone under. That's because right now it's a buyer's market. It's not a seller's market. So do not listen to these YouTubers. Do not listen to your local resellers, because right now is the best time to be a sneakerhead. If you're a real sneakerhead, you wouldn't say Jordans are dead. You'd be happy, because this is the greatest time to be a sneakerhead right now. And really, honestly, you know what could happen? In the future, they could start limiting them again, but I don't know. As far as right now, we have a chance to get our hands on a lot of beloved sneakers, a lot of classics. They're sitting around, they're going on discount, and if you really have a love for this game, you won't worry about the resale. You'll go out and you'll buy your shoes, and it is what it is. A lot of these guys are trying to hype you up and trying to tell you that sneakers are dead. No, sneakers are not dead. Resellers are dead, and I say that's a good thing. It's a buyer's market, so don't believe the hype. Don't go for the BS. If you're a real sneakerhead and you want these shoes, it's the greatest time, it's the best time, and you should be happy that you can get your hands on these shoes. And as far as these tariffs go, you know what? If tariffs have affected the price, it's a good thing for us, because guess what? Yes, the shoes have gotten a little bit expensive, but you know what happens? You see what happens. You walk in the store and nobody's buying them, so they sit there for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and the next thing you know, they're going on discounts, they're going on sale, they're sitting in the outlets. So if tariffs are affecting the sneaker world in any way, it's affecting the resellers. It's not affecting the real sneakerheads. So sneakers are not dead, Jordans are not dead, the resellers are dead, and it is a great time to be a sneakerhead. And if you agree, let me know in the comments what you think about this. What do you think? Are you still paying resale prices? Are you still going for the hype? And that's pretty much it for the day. I just wanted to come on here and make that video because I'm hearing a lot of BS about sneakers being dead, and I've gotten my hands on almost everything I wanted except for collabs and a couple of hyped up shoes. So just get ready. The rest of the year, there's a couple more bangers left, and you're going to be able to get them. So put in your legwork. And I just want to say, if you haven't already and you like my content, please go ahead, subscribe to the button. You know what I'm trying to say. Subscribe to the channel and hit that button so you can get notified every time I drop one of these bangers, and you can get some more of this good stuff in your life. And with that, like I always say about this time, support the culture and not the resellers. Jordans are very much alive. The sneaker community is thriving, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.